As our report, I'm just going to start with the main point that came out of all those sessions, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, that apathy is the enemy. Apathy is the enemy. If you're sitting out there right now after lunch with a full stomach and you're getting a little tired, I just want to know, is there anybody who does not care? If you don't care about violent extremism, raise your hand right now. Okay, I don't see any hands up. So if you don't care, I'm going to give you our report and let you know what you can do about it and how we spoke about it during our time. If you know anything about some of these groups, the Islamic State, in 2015, that's over a year ago now, the end of 2015, the intelligence communities from around the world estimated that over 30,000 recruits had joined the Islamic State from over 100 countries. Over 100 countries. So if you don't think you play a role, think about the feeling of a mother who doesn't know where her son or daughter is. She knows that they left several months ago, and the next report she hears is a martyrdom message from her son being killed in conflict in Syria. Think about the feeling that that creates in that family, in that community. Those are the issues that we were wrestling with in the several forums as we spoke about how we as an interfaith community could be involved in trying to prevent these viruses from spreading into other communities and other places around the world, into other families. And we spoke about the role of women being fundamental in that. And so if you were in the Women's Forum, don't feel excluded from what we were talking about. You have a vital role to play. And many groups around the world are coming together using former mothers of fallen martyrs as vehicles to help galvanize communities, to inoculate those communities. Our program started with shared values, and then we went on to religious freedom and the component that that plays in countering violent extremism. We spoke about dialogue and trust, and we shared real lessons from the field in terms of how to push back against these narratives of hatred that come from groups like Al-Shabaab and Al-Qaeda and ISIS. We held the first gathering of faith leaders who came together to discuss a global ethic and how that global ethic could undergird many of the local programs that GPF sponsors around the world, whether it be One Korea, whether it be in Indonesia or Nigeria, that moral framework that Dr. Moon mentioned is so critical to how you implement those programs. But at the end of the day, the real message to people who were in the room with us, and the message to all of us here today, and those who could not be here with us, is you have a role to play. Do not think that you are not part of the solution, because these groups prey on apathy, and they prey on communities not even realizing that they're being taken advantage of until it's too late. And so what I would like to do is I would like to quote Terry Lewis, who you're going to hear from tonight with Jimmy Jam, because his message was spot on. His message was, get involved, be a bright light. Give that light off to others around you. How many people, raise your hand if you live in a democracy. How many people live in a democracy? Lots of hands are going up. Ladies and gentlemen, democracy is not a spectator sport. Democracy requires active citizenship. It requires engagement. It requires constant education. to learn about the issues and the complexities of the world. So those are the messages that we want you to carry away from this forum. You need to imagine a world beyond your current reality and use these frameworks. Technology plays a role. It plays a vital role. We are horrified that groups like ISIS or Al-Shabaab can radicalize and recruit using technology. But technology is also an answer. It's a way to promote messages of peace. Your efforts in the nonprofits that you belong in or other nonprofits that you've thought about joining, join those groups that are involved in countering these messages of hatred, because your willingness to get involved and help promote will strengthen your families, your communities, your countries, and encourage and amplify those groups. And at the end of the day, what you do is you inoculate yourself, your community, by going to a concert tonight and helping promote a song that's going to be produced and wonderful, but it's only going to be as good as we all make it, as you make it. So we've got to play our role. We can't just rely on Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. We are all part of that. And so I encourage you all to join a concert tonight and help spread messages of peace. Thank you.